Hey, this is Notser, and today we're talking 712. It's launching this week. We're also talking Pan-Asian unique commanders that are finally coming to the game, and Lunar New Year 2019 skins that look absolutely wonderful. But first, let's talk 712. So 712 is the last patch before the holiday season, and it's bringing a ton of holiday events, rewards, and we're just gonna talk about it. So, first one, Wednesday, tomorrow. It'll be live in North America. Everywhere else, Thursday, the 20th. And it's going to introduce the following. It's going to introduce a Snowflake Event, which will appear in 712, and it'll be a snowflake on your inventory. Similar to your first one of the day, it's your first snowflake of the patch. You get a win, and you get resources. Based on the tier and the type, you get a resource of either coal or steel. Tiers 2 through 7 get coal premium. Premium tiers 2 through 7 get coal. Premium tier 8, 9, and 10 get steel. Mainline tier 5 through 8 get coal. Mainline tier 9 and 10 get steel. Good reward, and I can't think of a more appropriate way of leveraging large inventory players. I have way too many ships. I'm totally jacked about this because they're rewarding me directly for keeping all my ships in my inventory. So Snowflake Event, cool. In the name of His Highness. It is a directive similar to the British directives, and the reward is Prince Idol Friedrich. Can't wait to do that. We have another collection quest. Bell Collection Quest. This one is going to offer a chance at some containers. You'll have some of the emblems and badges that are probably themed around German and maybe World War I, World War II. And some flags. The flag looks pretty awesome. I love this style of content because it celebrates the uniqueness of each area's traditions and whatever. And I hope that we get some cool badges and some cool flags. The Mighty Prince. It's a campaign that kicks off the 20th and lasts until January 22nd. And it gives you a chance to have a permanent New Year-inspired camouflage pattern for the following. Tier 6, Hatsuharu. Tier 6, Nuremberg. Tier 6, Icarus. Dallas. And Normandy. So they're all tier 6s. And yeah, it's a good variety. I think it'll be nice. It also has a chance to reward a permanent camo for the Prince Idol Friedrich. Here's the permanent camo for the Prince Idol Friedrich. I would probably stick with the base, though. You know, for me, I personally prefer that. But it looks awesome. And there's going to be another campaign known as the Steel Monster campaign. This one is sort of you mine steel in the game, you complete campaign missions, and you get steel. This is one that you have to buy in, though. It's available only through the premium shop, and from the day of purchase, you have 180 days to complete the campaign, to get the most out of it. I don't know why there's a limit on how long it can exist. There is. I don't really like that, but whatever. You have Warships Premium account, which will be going live with 712. This is going to encourage a little bit more dedicated focus to World of Warships. If you've got Warship Premium time, more XP generated. So a little bit more of an incentive. That's nice. Ranked Sprint, it's going to be tier 6 this time. Look forward to that. My T61 will be a menace, I'm sure. Daily Shipment, nothing new there. Service record, they just want to shorten it and make it easier for players to level up their account level. I never understood this because I always was max level account as they pushed it forward over the course of the 3 or 4 years this game has existed. You know, I guess it cleans up the UI and improves it for new players. It doesn't matter to me though. Map changes. Okinawa is going to move all the islands away from AIM and spread them out over the map. I'm interested to see how that actually plays out. Game balance. All of the American battleships mainline, except for Montana, got a rudder shift buff. Got a hit point buff in their repair party. Instead of 0.5%, it's 0.66% of total hit points per second. Friedrich der Grosse improved secondary guns, improved rate of fire on their main battery. Japanese battleship Myogi, reload time improvement, penetration improvement. Congo, penetration improvement. Izumo, penetration improvement. Other improvements, Just slight tweaks to armor penetration capacity of 150mm high explosive shells. Secondaries, there was sort of a issue with armor. They increased the penetration from 36mm to 37mm on German ships. I'm very curious to see how this works out. I don't really know. Apparently the Wichita has an increase of change for something that we don't know because we can't play it. These are very subtle improvements, not really something I care that much about. Arsenal. They're adding all of the commanders in the arsenal so you can buy them with doubloons. The only ones they didn't add are the main French campaign, or collection French campaign. I believe you can do that right now. Same with the Dunkirk brother. I think it's Jack Dunkirk. He's also a reward through a campaign. But everyone else, John, George, Victor, Vasily, Franz, Reinhard, all of these guys are free and open for you to decide to purchase. You can only have one of each though, so once you buy it, it'll just be locked out for you. And if you already own it, you can't buy it. But I like that they are offering this. This is how they should always do this sorts of thing. You know, leverage the existing content in a way that's easy for players to access. The Arsenal offers that. I'm glad they're offering it this way. Are these commanders necessary? Are they power creeping others? They're giving you an incentive to go after something unique and new. A lot of these guys, I don't really use all of the skills, like the Russians or the Germans. I can't say that I use all of those skills together, but I appreciate that I can buy at least a commander and I can assign it to maybe my most favorite, my most favorite German or Soviet or American or French or British ship. So I think it's cool. The Charleston will be offered in the arsenal for 15,000 coal. This is a premium St. Louis, tier 3. Other ships will have some camouflage that you can buy in the arsenal as well. Additional content, there will be testers who will be testing Soviet tier 9, the Japanese tier 5 cruiser, the Austro-Hungarian tier 4 battleship, the Italian tier 6, and the Japanese tier 10 cruiser. These will just show up. CC super testers, you probably know the drill at this point. It'll be at least 1 or 2 patches before you even have a whiff of this becoming a ship in your inventory. So don't worry about it. You just will see and play against it. There is the camouflage, this New Year streamer. I think it's already been in the game, but they show it again. That's cool. That's fine. There's a permanent New Year camouflage pattern for a lot of ships, and this is what it looks like. Looks pretty cool. Other changes. Now, normally other changes aren't very exciting, but this is a very exciting change. Fixed a rare bug which disabled the bonus to shell dispersion when guns were locked onto a target. I have experienced this. You have probably experienced this. It sucks. I hope it's fixed. That's all I'm saying. Let's see. There was another thing that I saw that was cool, but that's the most important thing. You won't have that weird instance where you fire on a target and it looks like you have no accuracy benefit. So the patch is looking to be very exciting. That's not all that's exciting. Let's look at the unique commanders for the Pan-Asian fleet. We've got Daerong and Quinrong. I don't know if that's the correct pronunciation, but these two commanders will offer Demolition Expert Improved and Survivability Expert Improved. Now, Demo is really great for cruisers. Survivability is really great for destroyers. But they're not really great for each other's fleet type. I wouldn't use Survivability Expert on a cruiser. I would really use Demolition Expert on my Pan-Asian DDs. Maybe certain builds, you know, like mid-tier Soviet ships that were sold to China and all these other naval fleets. Maybe I'll use Demo on that. I don't know, though. I'm really eyeing Survivability Expert, and I'm probably going to use these commanders on my high-tier Pan-Asian DDs. New Lunar New Year stuff. Now, I teased this. I thought it was awesome. Sorry if you don't. We've got the containers. They look cool. But the skins, they look awesome. So this is the Anshan skin. It's got some red, some yellows. It's got this beautiful dragon art and some white. And it also has some lanterns that are strung up on the rigging. Just looks great. The Huang He. This is the Tier 6 premium cruiser that doesn't see a lot of play. It's also getting its own unique flavor, and it looks great. And then the Ariane. This is the unreleased premium Tier 8 Mikhail Kutuzov, that instead of having base, Soviet torpedoes, it's got long-range deep-water torpedoes. I haven't seen a lot of, useful tactics in it, personally, but this skin looks amazing. It looks so over-the-top, lunar, Chinese. I love it. It's beautiful. I love the idea of this Southeast Asian flair in some camos, and this is exactly what I was hoping for when I laid eyes on my Des Moines, my Cleveland, my Baltimore, unique American commander that has a similar pattern near the nose with the layered feathers. In this instance, I think it's just layered steel for the Americans, and it has a giant eagle here, right? I would love for every single faction to get their own token camo that has their own flavor and flair. And I think they nailed it with this stuff. Look at the Loeyang. The Loeyang's is gorgeous. It's got this beautiful, water artwork. It's so reminiscent of a Chinese painting or an Asian painting where they give, extra texture to the water, but the water is, 3 or 4 colors at most. I love that flair. You got that smokiness of a dragon somewhere in the area. I absolutely adore this kind of styling. I think the flavor's great. I can't wait to play with this in my Loeyang. I will absolutely play with this in my Loeyang. No doubt. And do more of this, Wargaming. More of this. This is the Lunar New Year camouflage that everyone will have in their Lunar New Year containers. It has a nice look to it. It is flat, because it is just a simple camouflage, but it still has some nice colors that are very Lunar New Year style. And that's it. That's all the content that I wanted to cover for this video. 712 looks exciting. Can't wait for the Lunar New Year camo. I think that nails it for me personally. And, the unique commanders, that's going to be exciting. I hope you enjoyed this. Tell me what you think. What do you like? What do you dislike? That dispersion bug fix is outstanding. That was probably the biggest issue I had with the game. Playing it day in, day out. You would just fire your salvo, and it would appear to not have gained any accuracy benefit. Hopefully this fixes it completely. If it doesn't, we're just going to continue to provide feedback until it does. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I'll catch you next time.